All right, welcome race fans here to another edition here of IWCR, running tonight the Gen 6 cars at Michigan. 125 laps, should be a very interesting race. Very fast times, fast speeds. These cars do hit the 210 mark down the front stretch, so we're going to see some very fast times coming into tonight's race, and so definitely want to pay attention to those times, because it's going to be very interesting, very fun to watch. First off here, I want to get this out of the way. I'd like to introduce my co-partner in TeamSpeak, Roger Wagner. Are you there, Roger?
You betcha, buddy. Looking forward to this event. Big track, big cars, lots of horsepower, good drivers. Should be exciting.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it very much. We were just talking here about the times that we're going to be seeing out here tonight, so I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to go with these guys. A lot of fast guys out here running about pretty close to the same times, so draft going to be important here, Roger?
The draft's real big here, especially on these long straightaways. And that front straightaway starts in turn 4 and ends almost at the end of turn 1, and it's a long ways getting down there. These cars knock a big hole in the air and draw the car behind them up very easily. The draft actually, yeah, I mean, you can get a half a second in the draft here, so let's let's be mindful of that. Let's pay attention that sometimes these guys are the closing rate is crazy because the draft is pulling you in there, and it makes for some really close racing, and it can also make for some really difficult situations. But this is some of the best racers that we get to watch, and I think they're going to do an awesome job.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. Tomorrow night they're having the truck race. I'm not sure what track they're running at, but I'm thinking about joining them. So probably won't be broadcasting tomorrow night. Maybe. That's a big maybe. But I wanted to thank everybody for joining us here on YouTube to get this event kicked off here. I believe this is race 11 out of their season. Coming into tonight's race, Galen Gidman has got I believe a 37-point lead, if I'm not correct there. Roger, let me know if I'm not correct.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, I think he does have a 37-point lead. Galen has had a great season so far this year. John Schweikert not far behind him, 37 points, I believe. And Schweikert his season's been kind of up and down as far as I can see. Last week he didn't have a good race. And I think a lot of the guys, Joe Roberts, another one, I was talking to him before the race, and Joe's been kind of like, he won last season, and he said so far this season he's just not had very good luck. So these guys are going to have to maintain. This is going to be all about throttle management out here tonight, because if you come out of the turns with just a little bit too much throttle in that, it gets very loose in the tail, and you don't want to see these guys go around.
No, and you can go around pretty fast here. It's easy to get turned, and once you get turned, it's hard to get it back.
Looks like they're
still looking for the points. They're going to do a mandatory pit party, but I'm still looking for the points.
If you click on the little IWCR logo up at the top of TeamSpeak there on the right, that'll take you to the website, and then you have.
Yeah, it didn't want to load for some reason. Now it's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. 37 points from Gidman to Schweikert, who is not here tonight. Another 11 points back to Brian Wildison in the 3rd position. Johnny Reed Foley, 52 points back of the leader in 4th position. And Ken Worley, 53 points back in the top 5. So that's your top 5 drivers here.
Watching some of these guys here just cresting the 209 mark down the front stretch at the end of the front stretch, so we're going to see a lot of fast speeds here tonight. This is going to be, like I said, all about throttle management to make sure you don't get loose, as we've seen Kenny Harris here tap the wall.
We've got some guys that are really loose early in runs here. They are way sideways.
Kenny here's up into the wall pretty hard there.
Yeah, Ken Worley just put it in the fence and into 3 other drivers just now. He just got loose coming out of two. That little bump right there will get you. Boy, it'll really make you pay too.
Sure will. Yeah, this is one of my favorite facilities here, Roger. Been to this track many, many times. I mean, you can't count them on all your fingers and toes. This is an awesome facility, just a beautiful track to go to. Anybody ever gets a chance to go to Michigan, please do, because you will not regret it.
Yeah, this is a big place. And you can run 3 wide here pretty easy if you guys can handle the cars. I don't recommend it, but it can be done. I really hope we see some really good side-by-side racing. I know we're going to see some good racing, but I'd like to see some really good side-by-side racing tonight here, because it can be done. This place accommodates a wide variety of styles, and you don't have to be the fastest guy. You just got to be able to hang on to the guy in front of you, and he can pull you around.
One thing that's really cool about this track is the fact that the banking is just amazing here for a 2-mile track. You know, they say Auto Club's kind of like a sister track to this track, but yet it is. But yet it's Auto Club doesn't have as much banking as this track does. And I think that's where the differences lie in them, because this track here is just amazingly fast.
Going to try them another pit party here. It's real easy, Rudy, to overdrive the entries to these corners, and if you do that, and it just kills your laps and makes the car really difficult to drive.
Yeah, definitely. All right, 3 minutes here till we get ready to start qualifying here at Michigan, so stay with us, folks. This is going to be a good race here, I believe. IWCR always puts on a huge draw here. Oops.
That's together up front.
That was not cool.
Dude, that was not pretty. Lots of cars going to the trailer to pull out the backup car. Whoa, yeah, SBC came to the back of the newcomer, Cody Bias, takes out Cato Bias. A bunch of cars can get that afterward. Well, they'll get rid of that before we get to the real green flag. Glad this is practice.
Yeah. We don't want to see that in the real race.
That was 2 or 3 real fast cars right there that got planted. Yep, at least they got backups.
Well, I wanted to, Joe Roberts told me he had a brand new paint job out there tonight, and I kind of wanted to, he said him and his teammate had the same car, both running the Penguins. I don't know who his teammate is.
I don't either. I know all his teammates. I don't know one that's running a Penguins car.
I don't know. That's what he said.
Huh.
He told me before the race.
Ooh, big one on the back there. That's not pretty.
No, that was pretty ugly.
Christopher Perryman back up.
Yeah.
IWCR race. I haven't seen him in a while here.
Yeah, me neither.
Johnny Foley. That beautiful Mountain Dew kickstart car. Oh, but ain't gonna be beautiful no more.
No. Man.
You know he did.
He knocked that inside wall right down, didn't he?
Boy, I tell you. He put a spanking on that wall.
Wow.
I have to go talk to him, ask him what's up. As soon as he wakes up from his coma.
I guess, yeah.
Well, I'm out here looking at every car that I can find, and I'm only seeing one Pittsburgh Penguins car.
I don't know. Is this what he told me? All right, well, looks like we're getting ready to go to qualifying here, so...
Are we doing the knockout qualifying?
You know, they didn't tell me. How much time do they got on the qualifying?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Nope, and I guess we're not, huh?
Well, I thought they might, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think they can get it in 10 minutes. Maybe they decided not to do it this week, or
maybe.
I don't know. It's hard to say. All right, let's watch as these guys get ready to knock out a fast time here and see who gets on the pole. We got some pretty fast guys that were out there in practice. Jason Berg, Nathan Sedlick, Galen Gidman wasn't real fast, but he was okay. Brian Wilderson, Nathan Sedlick. Let's see. I didn't see a time for Cody Bias.
What, practice?
Yeah, I didn't see.
He was second quickest to Jason Berg. Galen Gibbon was third quickest.
Cool. So Roger, who are we going to want to watch tonight? Because they're all very fast out here.
Cody Bias.
Okay.
He's a newcomer to the league, but he's already a pro driver.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. I was down in the garage earlier talking to 3 or 4 guys. Some of the fastest guys that we know race here. We're talking about they may never win another race with this guy in the room. It's going to take something bad happening to him for one of them to probably beat him.
Well, as long as they stay clean.
Yeah, I've only seen him run 1 or 2 when I watched that Road to Pro stuff in the middle of the week, and he always seems to be very fast and very consistent. So watching him tonight, we may get to see something that we have yet to see here. Is somebody just absolutely dominate a field. But the draft, big track, hopefully everybody can stay together, and this will be a very close, very contested race. I'd hate to see a guy come in and just walk away with it.
Well, Galen Gidman comes in with a great time there, 37.897. Beaten Sedlick there by quite a little bit, actually.
Yeah, he got it down there pretty good. It's about the time that he ran in practice, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he ran 86.
Yeah.
In practice.
Very good. Well, we've yet to see Cody come in with a time. Could be making some last-minute adjustments on that thing or whatever. And maybe we'll see this before. I hardly believe he's going to start in the back of the field.
I doubt it. There's plenty of time left. I mean, it's a 10-minute session. We're only 3 minutes in.
Yeah. Might have went to get himself something to drink because it's going to be a long race here. 125 laps, Roger. Going to be a lengthy one.
250 miles. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Christopher Perryman coming in 8th there with a 38.3, beating out Wilderson and Crumry. Kenny Harris, you have to see Kenny out there. Is he a new guy as well? Or?
Kenny's been here a couple of weeks.
Okay. Coming in with a 38 flat, that's pretty good. Foley with almost a 38 flat, 38.064. And Jason Berg not quite as fast as he was in practice with a 38.094.
2/10 off.
Yeah, wow. Well, they don't have anybody out here to draft with.
Yeah,
right?
Draft.
There you go.
Still waiting. Bias 38.97. I didn't see that coming.
First lap?
First lap had to been a throwaway lap. Maybe a little contact with the turn 4 exit wall or something. Because if you touch the walls and get an X of any kind, 0 or otherwise, it does not count the lap. So you can finish the second lap and post a time, which even 30, that's over a second off. So he must have really not made a great first lap. Had a problem, and it really killed the second lap too, because that's about a second slower than what he should be. So, Rudy, he is going to start at the back. That'll be an interesting deal to watch.
Oh.
He got a long time to get there, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he can make it up through the field. Yeah, he's got 125 laps to get there. Him being a pro driver, that might not be a problem. Just unfortunate.
Just got to be patient and smart. That's what it takes to get through the field.
Unfortunate that he didn't have a better qualifying lap than that, but Alan Bowes coming in with a 38.3.
Goodman definitely setting the pace. Backed up his practice lap.
Yeah, no Schweiker.
3 100s. No, he's out of town on vacation and is not going to be attending tonight. So,
man, he's probably going to lose that second place then to, I forget who was in third, but they weren't that far behind him.
Brander, I think.
Brander coming in with a third place there.
No, actually, it's Brian Wilderson. Okay. Gidman, Schweikert, Wilderson, Foley, and Worley are top 5 points.
Well, these guys are probably all out here hoping Galen has a bad day to maybe try to catch him into points a little bit. Been pretty tight, though. I mean, this being the 11th race of the season, and the points to be that tight, man, I'm telling you what, these guys are really driving the wheels off these things.
Race control giving the drivers their last minute instructions before we get ready to go green here. I am kind of paying attention to that drivers meeting.
How much time we got left?
About 2.5 minutes.
Okay. Well, looks like Galen Gidman going to be our pole sitter with a 37.897. Beating out second placer Nathan Sedlick by quite a little bit.
Well, fast forward racing, 1, 2, 3.
Probably all running the same setup. That'd probably be my guess.
A variation thereof, I believe.
Give me a little drink of water here before they're ready to rock and roll.
I'm listening to this drivers meeting, and that is maybe the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Probably can't share that on the air.
I'm not going to, but that may be the funniest driver to admin question, admin to driver response I think I've ever heard. We're going to start about 2 minutes early, or about a minute early. Now they've scratched the early start, they're going to move it back to where it was. Well, once we get going, it's going to be awesome, I think. Great racing. That's what I expect to see. The 24 cars took time in practice. 22 of them are still here. I know I saw 1 or 2 more join since we started qualifying. So we may end up still seeing about 24 cars out there.
Now I had to reset to make sure that I do get everybody in there then, because otherwise I'll have guys that they're not on my grid if they're joining after qualifying started.
Yep.
Okay, looks like they have finished up qualifying. Not too many qualifiers, Roger.
Well, only about 19.
Alright, well, after everybody gets down here and gets ready to grid, we'll go through the rundown here real quick. And I'll get maybe like the first 10 or 15 or 10 or 12 or so. I'll get the first 10, you get the rest of them. How's that? Alright, Galen Gidman on the pole with a 37.896 in the number 94. In second on the outside row here, the 35 of Nathan Sedlick. In third, the 24 of Thomas Brander. In fourth, Kenny Harris, the new one that I've seen, running the Fox Sports 1 car there tonight in the number 23. John Spisak in the number 54, starting fifth. In sixth, the number 3 of Johnny Reed Foley. In seventh, the number 86 of Jason Berg. In eighth, the number 44 of Zachary Miller. In ninth, the number 18 of Alan Bowes. And running out the top 10 is the number 41 of Christopher Perryman. Roger?
Ken Worley will bring the number 37 into the 11th spot on the starting grid. Joe Roberts in the 6th will start on his outside in the 12th position. The 13th position will be Brian Willison in the number 27. Paul Crumrine in the number 8 will start 14th. The 15th position will be the number 9 of Randall Drake. 16th, the number 12 of Ross Cato. David Butterworth will start the number 81 car in 17th position. Cody Bias in the 26th starts 18th. Houston Hamer starts 19th in the number 77. Ryan Wells will start 20th in the number 36. Reed.
All right, well, looks like Donald Stewart going to be starting in the number 56 and 23rd. In 24th, the number 4 of Zachary Chihalas. And John Verga taking up the rear of the field here in the number 48, starting 25th. All right, we'll get back up
Tim
here.
Knott is going to be your final car, Rudy. Tim Knott in the 04 car will be at the shotgun spot.
Okay, I didn't see him on there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought maybe he didn't show up in your deal because he was one of the last guys to click in. So
yeah, I still don't see him.
We're going to be seeing the 36 car of Ryan Wells and the 04 of Tim Knott both be handed EOL penalties for missing driver's meeting and showing up late for qualifying, and they're going to be going to the back of the field.
Okay. Getting ready to take the green flag here this time by Rogers, so you want to get them fired off here, get them rocking and rolling?
Oh yeah, we'll do it. top 3 spots, Fast Forward Racing. Wow. They got their stuff together. Jim and Sedlick, front row.
This should be an interesting one here to get this thing off and going. 2 fast guys on that front row, and I'm telling you what, they are both very fast. But Thomas Brander starting in 3rd. That's gonna be pretty cool to have him right up there in the hunt with these guys.
And all in top 6 in practice, so kind of expect good things out of that bunch. Alright, turn 4 here. Pace car's going to make the hard left on the pit road, and we're going to be underway 125 laps. IWCR under the lights. The pace car does hit pit road, and away we go. Gidman on the gas with Sedlick on his outside. The green flag is out, Rudy.
Alright, well, looks like a great start. Gidman got a little bit of a run there. Sedlick still hanging in on that outside, though, not giving up. Finally caves into it and ducks it in behind him. Now they're going 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got one way off of the pace back there.
Alan Bowes.
Alan Bowes. Wow. All right, Gidman coming around here to lead the first lap at Michigan. Thomas Brander on the inside of Nathan Sedlick to try to take up that 2nd spot. Now sucking a little bit of draft off of Gidman. Coming to the line. And Galen Gidman leads the first lap here tonight. Thomas Brander now in 2nd.
Turn 3, he had a great run through 1 and 2 right there.
Sure did.
Kenny Harris still hanging on to 4th. Berg has moved himself into 5th past the speed right there off of 2.
Gets a great run too. Now he takes a peek. Boy, oh boy, did he ever power move it out of turn 4. Great run he had. Thomas Brander up in the front for the lead.
Gidman's not liking something early. He's going way backwards.
He might be, he's one of them guys that likes to save his stuff all race long. He got out there and led a lap to get them points for leading the lap, and he's probably falling back a little bit, saving his equipment. I've watched him many times do that, Roger, and he'll be there at the end.
And now the man on the move is Berg. He is trying to close in and take that lead away.
He sure is, man. He is really starting to put the pressure on Thomas Brander now.
When Bias started 18th, he just cracked the top 10.
Cody Bias. Let's go back and check on Cody and see him making some pro moves here. In the number 26, starting to put the pressure. Does get a run here. Goes by Christopher Perryman. And that is for position. Looks like he does clear him going into turn 1 and picks up another position.
7th.
Holy smokes, he's definitely on the move. Started 18th and already up to 7th position. Holy smokes.
Berg's all over Brander's bumper, and he's going to go to the lead right here. Brander just let him go, getting into 3.
Sure did. Berg now going to lead this lap. He was very fast.
Bias into the back of Gidman.
Oh, no.
Foley with a crazy aggressive move right there.
Nathan Sedlick in 3rd. Kenny Harris 4th. John Spissick up to 5th here. Galen Gidman now going to get passed up by Christopher Perryman. And Johnny Reed Foley. Now Cody Bias on the inside of him. So Galen going to lose about 3 positions on that 1 lap. Cody Bias gets a run again to go by Christopher Perryman again. He just went by him a couple laps ago.
There's 3 or 4 cars out here that are really slow through the center of the corner, and the guys behind them are really having to check up, and it's really causing potential for a big issue. Right now it's just small issues here and there.
All right, Cody Bias up to the 6th position, looking back to Christopher Perryman, trying to hang on to the 6th position and reel in our leader, 2.4 seconds behind him already, and starting to close a little bit of a gap there. Cody Bias, one of the pros out here, right, Roger?
Oh yeah, he's a black striper. Got himself in the 5th position.
Definitely. All right, so now starting to close up on Nathan Sedley.
We had to really check up hard right there not to run over Kenny Harris. Getting down into turn 1, Harris really slowed big time to get that car to rotate, and Sedley just about ran in the back of it.
I think Kenny Harris is already starting to maybe struggle just a little bit. And now Cody Bias on the inside of Nathan Sedlick, and that would be for the 4th position.
Bias's car's really good. It's hooked up really well. He's getting great runs from the center out in every corner. His car's turning in the right spot, and he's able to put the throttle back out.
Let's get back up front here. Thomas Brander in 2nd, still trying to hang on, but let's go back and check on somebody in the back. Kind of wanted to look and see how John Virga was doing. He is way back here in 19th position. Just kind of taking his time right now, not really pressuring anything too awful much. Got a long ways to go here, like 112 laps, 113 laps. Donald Stewart in 18th, having a pretty good day here, started 23rd up to 18th. Ross Cato in 17th. Houston Hammer in 16th. Excuse me. Randall Drake in 15th. Zachary Miller, going backwards actually. Randall Drake did get by him. Brian Wilderson in 13th, right where he started, right in 13th there. Ken Worley in 12th. Joe Roberts in 11th. Alan Bowes in 10th. Galen Gidman, but I think that might be a little bit messed up there. No, Galen Gidman in 9th. Johnny Reed Foley now in 8th, but it looks like he had a great run there and gets by the number 94. I'm sorry, that's a 54. John Spisak. So he's on back.
I'm looking at the front of Foley's car, and he's got a touch of damage on that right front fender, right behind the wheel. Shouldn't be affecting it too much, though.
Just a little crinkle, not too bad. I'm looking at it here from the front, and just a barely little crinkle on it. Caution is out.
John Virga.
Ooh, and it sounded to me like he just blew that.
He just really got sideways coming off too. When he tried to catch it, it overcorrected, and he put it just right front corner, right into the outside fence in the middle of the back stretch there. That car is finished.
I heard the engine blow on it too, and that's not a good thing when the engine blows.
Yeah, they will be putting that on the hook to bring it in.
Let's take a look at it here as he comes into turn 1. I believe it was when he come out of turn 2 when it happened, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's just down a little low.
Oh, yeah.
And the car just rotated on him, and that was that.
Oh, and boy, he turned hard into that wall. Oh, brother.
13 laps before we got to the first caution, though, Rudy. That's a pretty good start.
Yes, it is. All right. So John Virga, looks like John out of the race right now, or hitting towing. Maybe to see if there's anything they can do with it, but I highly doubt it. Jason Berg, our leader. I don't know if we're going to see anybody come down pit road or not.
Small.
Oh, yeah. Everybody coming down pit road.
Bo's crazy out of shape getting into his pits.
Man, a couple of the guys really.
Well, that 44 car's got all kinds of right side damage. Brander's going to beat him out. Bias is going to be off second, picking up a spot there from his third place entry. Berg fell all the way to third. He lost 2 spots.
Yep, Thomas Brenner out first, so very good pit stop by him. Kenny Harris, man, he come out 15th, so he went in 4th and come out 15th. So that really, man, he really got hurt on that pit stop. And I think the thing of it was I seen him slide through his pit and had to back up, and he was really tight up against the wall, and that kind of caused him to have a little extra, about a 2-second extra pit time. Stop in there. So he had a 15.3 second pit stop.
Yep. Yeah, one little mistake can cost you a couple seconds, and that's a long time on pit road, even under caution. Especially here where everything is so close and so quick.
Right.
Well.
All right, so it looks like Cody Bias going to be starting 2nd, Jason Berg 3rd, Christopher Perryman 4th, and Nathan Sedlick your top 5.
Well, Rudy, give me a channel and put a camera on the 41 car.
I can do that. On the 41, huh? Let me get back there to him.
All
right, you got it.
Christopher Perryman, Rocky Wagner, absolutely. Copy.
10-4, I got you.
Man, you've been having a pretty good run so far tonight. You started up there about 10th position, and you've been running inside the top 5 pretty much. The old first run there. How's the car working?
It's working pretty good. We're fighting a little tight in 3 and 4, but it's getting through 1 and 2 pretty good. Made some adjustments to try and rectify that situation, and we'll go back after it here.
Well, it's been a little while since we've seen you on track with this bunch. There's some new faces upon your return. Some pretty quick guys out there. You think you got something that's going to be able to go up here and compete and take this lead away towards the end of this thing?
Well, that's why people watch now, ain't it?
Well, I like that answer, man. Well, we're going to keep an eye on you all night long and let the rough side drag and keep it quick, and hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of the race there in Victor Circle, buddy.
10-4, I appreciate it.
All right. Thinks he's got enough to get up front there, Roger. So, but everybody's getting ready to double back up now, and the lights are going to go off on the pace car, I believe, this time by. We'll get the 1 to go. Thomas Brander leading him around. Still got a couple guys coming off of pit road here. Zachary.
Some guys that were getting some, we had some guys getting some damage fixed. That 44 car, his right side is just annihilated. he hit the wall hard at some point. I didn't see when he hit the wall, but man, he hit the wall really hard all down the right side. He pancaked.
All right, the lights off on the pace car. Everybody doubling up. They're going to take the green flag on lap 18 to get this thing back out here and rolling. We're watching the IWCR Gen 6 at Michigan, race 11 out of their season. 125 laps here tonight. Going to be a long race.
Well, staying green, it won't take too long. We'll see pit stops about every 42 to 45 laps here. Bias worked his way all the way up here, and he's going to restart on the outside of the front row on lap 18. He started 20, what?
No, I think he started
18th? Yeah, 18th, yeah.
He's lap 18 running second.
That's averaging passing a car a lap.
Yeah. He had a great pit stop, too. He had a 13.6 second pit stop. All right. Pace car getting ready to duck off. It does. Thomas holds him back. Hits the gas. Green flag flies, and we're off and rolling here again at Michigan. And boy, did he ever get a good start on that. He needed to have a good start. Jason Berg hard on the inside right there. Trying to stick with Cody Bias. Christopher Perryman up on the high side. As long as Jason doesn't wash up the hill in front of him, boy, it looked like Christopher had to maybe back out just a little bit to let him in there.
Well, he said his car was a little tight in the center. Maybe he might either loosened it up too much or didn't fix the tightening problem. Because it looked like he had to kind of give it a little right there the last third of the corner. He's really loose on exits now.
Cody Bias for the lead. Going into turn one, he's got a great run to get by Thomas Brander. Thomas giving him all the room in the world.
There's nobody getting as good a run through the center, 3 and 4, and through that exit as the 26 car is.
That's what's gonna be his deciding factor right there. Now Thomas Brander's sticking with him in that draft. Boy, he got a great run going into the turn, but put it in there a little bit too hard, and Jason Berg's gonna pass him up coming down the front stretch.
I don't care how hard you or how good you get in the corner. If you're not getting out of the corner fast, you're not going anywhere here because you got to have the drive from the center off at both ends.
Johnny Reed Foley now up to the 4th position as he got by Christopher Perryman.
And he's starting to stretch the legs on that old 3 car. Probably just wants some TV time. You know him, media dog. I kid him because I like the kid. He's a good guy, good driver. Got everything going his way, really. He just got to put some luck inside that driver's seat one time, and he'll come at it with a van.
Cody out front here doing really good, but Berg staying pretty close to him. Cody, man, oh man, can he let that thing go to the wall or what? Man, I'm telling you.
He's able to do something that nobody else is able to do. That car's just working right now for him.
He is hooked up. Now let's go back here and ride along with Jason Berg for a minute and see where he is just hanging on here to our leader, Cody Bias. Jason, boy, he backs it way down going into the turn, lets it roll through, comes back out of the turn right up against the wall. Boy, he is hooked up as well and doing really good, not letting Cody get out there too far. Looking back on 3rd place back there to Thomas Brander. And it's quite a ways back. Nathan Sedlake getting off. Oh, man, what happened?
Oh, this ain't going to end well.
No, it did not. I believe that was Nathan Sedlake, wasn't it? Yes.
Nathan Sedlake, he turned and got Wildis. Man, Wildis is having 0 luck for a while now. can't survive one of these things.
Let's go back and check out Nathan Sedlick. Man, he got really, really loose in that turn.
Wow.
Just barely caught that low strip right there and almost was heading out across the grass. I think he just overcorrected back and forth. Sawing on that wheel, comes across. Oh, right in front of Wilderson. Man, what a hit.
Yeah, Wilderson took the brunt of that. He's really damaged.
It don't look like Nathan really has that much on his car, but boy, poor Wilderson. Well, let's go back and check his car out real quick here while they're... oh my, does he ever have a lot of damage on that car.
Yeah, it took the front end clean off that car.
Oh, that thing is toast.
I'm checking to look and see if Sedlick might not have a little toe out problem on the left front wheel here. He got hit right at that spot where the door and the fender meet, and that's really never good for that front suspension. So
alright, let's get back up to our leader, Cody Bias. We're going to see them guys come down pit road or not?
we'll see maybe a 2-tire stop this time, but I don't know. I mean, guys want to get fuel because they want to go as far as they can, even if they can't make it the rest of the way. So it wouldn't surprise me if everybody comes down. Looks like they are.
Yep. Might have a few brave souls staying out there wanting to lead a lap or two.
Well, the 4 is going to be your wave car. Or I mean, maybe the 44. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the 44 is going to be your wave car. I'm sorry. I just saw a bunch of 4s. The 44 should be your wave car, the lucky dog car. And Chalice is just staying out there.
Looks like Cody Bias is away. Very good pit stop for him. And he's going to beat everybody off that road. Thomas Branner coming out behind him. And Jason Bird. Zachary Chalice staying out, huh? Staying out there in that number 4 Jimmy John Chevrolet.
Perryman came out of there 4th. Gidman came out 5th, so he's moving forward. He's got a little damage on the back of the car. He got run into from behind somewhere. Maybe he got run into going into the pits.
All right, so Zachary Chalice is going to be our new leader. Brian Wilderson definitely out of the race. Nathan Sedlick still in the race, but I think he's in pit road getting some of that damage fixed up. Couldn't have had a whole bunch.
Yeah, the biggest thing for him is getting that suspension on the left front fixed. I don't know if that's been fixed yet or not.
It looks like he does beat them off the pit road, so he'll go around, catch up to the tail end of this field. So Cody Bias going to be restarting second again. Thomas Brander in 3rd, Jason Berg 4th, Christopher Perryman 5th, Galen Gidman 6th, and Johnny Reed Foley 7th. Joe Roberts up to 8th, finally seeing him up there. Alan Bowes 9th, and John Spisak in 10th.
Yeah, that car for Sedlick is not right.
Go back and take a look here and see. It's not right, huh? What's it doing, dog tracking?
Man, well, no, it's not that. It looks like the front end geometry's been changed a bit. He's having to turn a little bit to the left to go straight. He cannot go through the corners real quick right now. It seems like it's really wanting to turn left, and it's really loose on him. Keep an eye on him when they restart this thing here. I think next lap we'll get the one to go.
Yeah, I'm riding here on board with Nathan now. Steering wheel's pretty straight going down the straightaway, but he's not under power, and that does make a big difference. You start
Yeah, he's off left to go straight though. If you'll look, He's left to go straight.
Not much.
Yeah, just a little bit is a lot in this car, though. It's unfortunate. He actually was having a pretty good run.
Sure was.
And Chihala's led his lap. Now he's going to go in the pits. Maybe that's an end of longest line penalty? So I'm sure the pits should be closed.
Probably, yeah. And is it really going to matter now? Because he's going to be at the end of the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's just an end of the line. I can't remember if that's... I think it is an end of line penalty, so it really didn't affect him too much there.
All right, so Cody Bias up front, leading again here to get this thing back underway. And Roger, call this down for me, would you, buddy?
You bet. Same too on the front row as the last restart. Bias and Branner, just the roles are reversed.
Yep.
And Berg was third. I think we got the same top 6, except for Gidman wasn't 5th, and I can't remember who was 5th on the last restart.
All right, getting this thing ready to rock and roll here, Roger. Come down the backstretch and going into turn 3. And everybody, I think everybody's a little anxious here to get this thing back underway. Got about, we'll have about 98 laps to go when they cross the line.
Well, we're all formed up here, waiting on the pace car to hit the pit road. See another long green run here. I could go through pit stops, that'd be nice. Pace car heads for pit road. Bias takes him out. Berg right on his bumper. And Brenner almost had it timed up and had to roll out the throttle a little bit. And it's going to let Berg and Bias get by him before we get into turns 1 and 2 here.
Christopher Perryman now looking to the inside as well. Berg bumping Brenner out of the way to take over that second spot. Perryman a little bit loose.
Real loose on the bottom. Good catch by him, though. He's going to lose about 4 or 5 spots here, but great catch.
Yeah, it was. Berg does not want to let Cody Bias get out there too far, and you can tell, man, he is really putting the pressure on. Waiting for Cody to make a mistake.
Foley's up to 3rd. He passed Brandner. Foley's up to 3rd.
Yes, he is. Great job by Foley. Getting that thing up into 3rd now. He sets his sights on Jason Berg up in 2nd. We got another one. Alan Bowes out of the... Man, everybody diving it down there. Thomas Brander looking to take that 3rd spot back away from Foley. Is going to do it going into turn 3.
Yeah, they got just a little squirrely coming out of 2, and Brander had a really good run.
Sure did. Lots of great racing going on here. Let's look back here from Brander. See Foley right behind him.
Perryman's recovering, got himself back to 6th place.
Brander really loose coming off of 2 again. He has been struggling with that every single lap, I think. And Foley kind of keeping the heat on him a little bit, staying on that rear spoiler. Could be taking a little bit of air off of him, Roger, making him a little bit loose coming up too.
Could be. Could just be these cars are really loose early, and especially on the exits of these corners, they're just really loose.
Foley dives it down to the inside, but not the line you want to be taking coming out of this turn. Now he's going to have to duck it back in behind Brander.
Yeah, you definitely want it to work to the wall on the exit so you can get the maximum amount of track and put the throttle fully down. If not, you're going to let that guy on the outside have a good run because he's able to put his throttle down soon. I'm back here watching this battle about 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. There's 4 cars here really battling. Spisak, Bowes, Worley, and Randall Drake here. These guys are really racing well. and challenging each other every lap.
Galen Gidman running in 5th right here. Watching what's going on right ahead of him. Looks like a great battle. Both of them getting really squirrely coming out of turn 2.
3 wide going into turn 3. Randall Drake with a bold move up the middle. Past Worley and Bose. Cody Bias in the wall. Cody Bias in the wall, turn 4.
Oh man, how did I miss
Race
that?
leader.
Looks like he got it going again.
Actually, wasn't the race leader. He got loose, it looks like, in 1 and 2, and Bird got around him. And he just put it in a wall in 3 and 4.
Let's go back and watch this. He had gotten the wall in turn 2, and that's where Bird got by him. And he's still, man, he was still struggling with that thing. Way up the hill, into the wall, all the way around 3 and 4.
He can't keep it out of the wall. I bet the front end's knocked clean out of that car.
Oh, I'll bet you too. He just cannot get it off of that wall. He had to go clear down to 3rd gear to get that thing off of the wall. And still back into the wall in turn 1 and 2. Man, I'm telling you. So Cody Bias losing a bunch of positions.
Well, look like he's in that bad a shape, really. I mean, the car's not going to be real fast because he's got all that right side damage, but he actually looks like it's tracking pretty straight.
Well, we might look for him to get back up there into the hunt of things, but I just kind of more or less did a little bit of a wall ride, pretty much.
Berg has checked out on the field.
He does have an awful lot of damage on this right front, though. Oh, and he hits a wall again in 2. So he is definitely struggling with that car right now. Not a good thing.
Well, the guys were saying that unless he had some kind of problem or mechanical failure, he was going to be the guy to beat. And he and Berg were checking out. And right now, Berg is gone 2.2 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he's got quite the lead over 2nd place Thomas Brander. Christopher Perryman in 3rd, Galen Gidman 4th, Johnny Reed Foley 5th, Joe Roberts up to 6th. But let's go back and check on Joe. Told him I was going to try to watch him a little bit. He's out here. And he said he had a little bit of a new paint job, or a partner with a paint job, something. I forget. Probably shouldn't even say because I forget now. I didn't sleep since then, but getting old, you know, Roger.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
But I did kind of want to go back and check on Don Stewart, see how Don Stewart's doing. I told him I would check on him. He's actually running a different paint job today than he was last week. Last week he had the Still, remember? And that was just an absolute beautiful car running the
That's his nationwide car. In this series, he had a mobile scheme.
Okay, he's running an Outlaw now.
Yeah, Team Outlaw. He's part of that Team Outlaw group, and they're all running very similar paint schemes.
All right, Kenny Harris in 11th. Randall Drake up to 10th. Ken Worley in 9th. John Spisak in 8th. Alan Bose up to 7th. Running about 5.2 seconds, 5.3 seconds behind our leader. Joe Roberts 6th. Foley in 5th. Christopher Perryman. Galen Gidman got by Christopher Perryman. So Christopher Perryman going back to 4th now. Gidman in 3rd. Brander 2nd. And our leader way out front, Jason Bird.
Man, is Alan Bose fighting a sideways condition in that car. You got to read the numbers on both doors coming off of turn 2.
Oh, brother. All right, Gidman about a half a second behind Branner and starting to close up the gap just a touch. Picking off just a couple of hundredths of a second now and then.
They've taken the 44 car behind the wall. The 4 car looks like he's out.
26.
77 car, the 27.
Cody Bias out.
Yep, the 26 car. We've lost about 6 cars now.
Dang.
Maybe 7. From where we started.
Right, yeah, I can tell you here in just a second. Yep, 7. Houston Hammer out. Brian Wolderson, John Verga, Ryan Wells, Cody Bias, and Zachary Miller all out of the race. Well, I hate to see that.
They're wrecking.
Nope, we got another.
I reckon.
Oh, it looks like the 54 there of Spisak coming across the track, hitting the wall and coming across the track. So definitely not good.
Got into the 9, and the 9 was airborne at the exit of turn 3. A lot of right side and rear damage on the 9 car. He went for a serious ride too. When the 54 come off the wall, he got into his right side there and shoved him down that long paved backstretch infield. When it ends going into turn 3, there's a huge hump right there, and the 9 car had all 4 wheels off the ground. He was completely airborne.
We didn't see it, but Alan Bowes went for a heck of a ride out across the infield right there on that blacktop. Man, he went for a heck of a ride. Randall Drake clear down across the grass trying to get that thing mowed, comes back up onto the track. Wow, what a job. What a piece of driving he did. All right.
To keep it out of the wall, he did a great job. Wow, Bowes was really... He'd been sick off it, or sideways off it too, a bunch of time. If he didn't hit anything, that would be pretty impressive.
And everybody coming down pit road. Let's see how Berg can do coming off pit road. A lot of guys now way back in the field, out of the race. Looks like John Spisak's out of the race. 15 cars left on the track right now. So we've lost a lot of drivers, and here we are on lap 43. Galen Gidman coming to a stop. Nathan Sedlick stopping in his pit. Probably wants to get a little more of that damage fixed up. Looks like everybody changing 4 tires, and Berg's going to be out of pit road first.
That's the first time I think Brander hasn't beaten him off of pit road too.
And Brander out of second. Man, what a job he's been doing.
Joe Roberts. What did he do?
Yeah, coming out third. He changed 4 tires, but he had a very fast pit stop, 14 seconds flat. Very fast pit stop.
Well, that's a great stop for him to come from there and come out third. When he went in, he was about 6th, I think. Had a little rash of yellow fever here.
All right, so Berg out first, Thomas Brander second, Joe Roberts third, Galen Gidman out fourth, Johnny Reed Foley your top 5, Christopher Perryman 6th, Ken Worley 7th, Kenny Harris 8th, Don Stewart 9th, and Nathan Sedlick rounding out the top 10.
Maybe Sedlick's got the most of that damage fixed. He might become a factor again.
It's very possible. You know, he is a great driver. Man, I'll tell you what, I seen him do some stuff last night in that race that it was amazing.
Another casualty of the war, John Spisak in the 54. They've taken that car to the garage and right out to the trailer.
Saying, see you next week, huh?
Mm-hmm. Pretty rough ride he took, too. He got loose, hit the wall, and then hit the 9 car. And that really kind of tore the front end of his car up pretty bad. I'm noticing damage on the 24 car on the nose now. Thomas Brander, I don't know where he got that.
Let's see if we can check this out real quick here. Is it on the right side?
Right in the middle.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, looks like he got in the back of somebody.
Yes, sir.
Go back and find out when that happened.
Not sure. That could slow him down just a little bit, but I don't know if he can stay in that draft. And as fast as he's been here today, I don't know. They may not be a real bad factor on him. Could have been when he were coming down pit road too. I didn't see anything, but you never know.
That happened way back when he and Foley kind of had their little dust up off too, back about lap 29.
Okay.
That's when that happened. I remember the incident, but I didn't think there was contact. And I don't see damage on the back of Foley's car, so that was kind of a one-way deal there, I guess.
All right, the lights are off on the pace car, Roger.
Was it my turn or your turn?
I think it's mine.
Yay! Did I call the last one down?
Yeah.
Man, I'm asleep at the wheel. Wow.
Yes.
That don't happen very often. I think I remember it.
You think?
Vaguely. Yeah, vaguely. I think I remember it. I'm hoping we get a good enough run here we get to see green flag pit stops, because this place is really, it can trip you up really easy. And I mean, you can speed going in, you can speed coming out. It's such a long pit road, it feels like you're creeping down it. Guys tend to speed. You can spin out getting onto pit road pretty easy if you overcook it trying to get down on the flat part. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see that.
Yeah. Well, we've lost a few cars. I heard we might be cutting down a little bit. No offense to anybody, but cutting down on a little less cautions now with fewer cars out there. And we always see that. So. Okay, Berg going to bring him to the line here. Pace car getting ready to duck onto pit road. And it does. And Berg hits the gas. Green flag is going to fly. There it goes. And we're off and running. Brander right there ducks it down to the second spot. Does not want to ride on that high line right now. Berg out there. Man, is he fast tonight or what, Roger?
Yeah, he's pretty quick. His car's been hooked up all night long. He's been able to get away from these guys.
Galen Goodman gets by Joe Roberts to go into the third spot. Now Christopher Perryman closing up on Joe Roberts. Boy, and he had to back out big time right there. Johnny Reed Foley in fifth. All right, what happened to Christopher Perryman there? There he is. Christopher Perryman got by Johnny Reed Foley to move into the fifth spot. So he had a great restart on that. Boy, these guys not letting that leader get out there too awful far now. They're really keeping it up on him. Perryman's still loose, coming off a 2. Boy, he is really dealing with that.
Caution is out.
Caution is out. It's like David Butterworth.
Yeah, he got loose off 2 and planted it in the outside wall head first.
Oh, yay.
And then planted in the inside wall, and, well, that'll do it.
Well, let's go back here and take a look. Running in about the 14th place. And he takes it down on that gray area in the turn, and that is no man's land down there. Goes up and hits the outside wall. Randall Drake just barely getting by him, Roger.
Yeah, I saw that, and then he made a hard left turn and hit the inside wall head first.
Man, did he ever go for a ride there, and it looks like he blew his engine. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Doggone. All right, well, that's unfortunate.
He's virtually probably very injured in that wreck.
I would think. Okay, guy's going to come down pit road, you think? No. Only ran a couple laps, didn't they?
I doubt it this time, just because you can't make it from here even if you wanted to. So we only ran 1 or 2 laps. I really don't know that we're going to have anybody come down pit road.
Maybe looks like Johnny Reed Foley going to come down pit road. He is committed.
He'll give up a lot of positions right there.
All right, I think maybe we ought to get down here and get a word in with somebody. How about if we get a word in with Donald Stewart? What do you think?
Well, go for it. I did the last one. You do this one.
Let's see if we can get a word in with Donald.
I think that's
here.
fair. I did.
Donald Stewart, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy. I sure do.
All right, Donald, you're running in 8th position. How's the racing been out there tonight, and how is your car?
Well, my car is coming around, getting better. I've been making adjustments, been tight. I've been loosening up. It's finally getting better. The track seems to be a little tight in the long run, a little loose when we first start off. But I'm just sitting here riding and hoping for the best.
Well, it looks like a lot of fun out there. Is the racing going pretty good amongst everybody? I mean, been pretty clean, and you know, we've seen a lot of guys coming out of turn 2 having some struggles. Are you having any problems coming out of turn 2?
Yeah, if you get on the throttle too early in the center, you will push that into that wall. And I just want to give a shout out to my teammate Butter for painting our team cars tonight. He did an excellent job, and I just want to thank him for that.
All right, Donald. Well, good luck out there tonight, and keep the tires down on the surface, buddy, and keep it off the wall.
Thank you, Rudy. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. All right. Looks like
we ain't had it halfway yet, Rudy, and you know, these guys are being pretty honest about that. You know, it's pretty slick out there, especially early in a run. So
this is caution number 4, and we've had 7 lead changes already in this race, so pretty good. 4 cautions is a little bit uncharacteristic of these guys, to be honest, because we usually don't see that many cautions out of these guys.
yeah, we're fighting a weird set of conditions. I mean, these guys got to run the car just a little loose, because if it goes on a long green run, the car will tighten up quite a bit. So everybody's got to be a little loose. The turn 2 exit is just got that big bump when you come up out of the hole, and it's really difficult. All the wrecks that we've seen have been off turn 2. So, you know, I mean, that's going to just kind of be a characteristic of the rest of this race, and guys are just going to have to be mindful of it, and you know, kind of, for lack of a better term, they're going to have to pussyfoot it through there just a little bit, you know. And the guys who actually got it hooked up and ready to go through there, and they're going to be able to fly through there, but they're going to have to give up a little maybe on the entries to get off the exits good. So we're seeing guys try to adjust for that. The guys that are hitting it are getting towards the front. I mean, you're seeing the guys like Joe Robertson, Christopher Perryman, Kenny Harris, all moved towards the front now, and you know, every one of them has fought that condition that we've seen throughout this race. So the guys that are going to get her dialed in, those are the guys you're going to see go forward. The guys that are going to struggle with that are the guys we're going to continue to see sliding sideways coming up off of turn 2. It's just a characteristic of this track.
That's for sure. All right. Lap 51 as they go across the line, taking lap 51. Not a whole bunch of laps left, but we still haven't reached the halfway mark yet. creeping up on it, but not quite there.
We still got a green flag stop in us. I feel it.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it might come like maybe past the halfway mark. I think we might see a green flag pit stop by these guys. So
still got 14 of these 23 cars out here running. Still got your guy Crumrye back here running 13th, so he's staying on the lead lap. He's having himself a real good night. All right, coming into turns 3 and 4 here. Jason Berg and Thomas Brand are going to lead us around to take lap 52. Still going to have about 74 laps to go when we take the green here. Wrapping up caution number 4.
pace car getting ready to duck onto pit road. It does. And Roger, we're back
underway, buddy.
Here. Yeah.
He didn't waste no time, did he?
No, he didn't. Berg just took off.
Get out there and get that clean air and not get a big challenge on these starts. It's a smart restart. I mean, that leader's in control of the field on these restarts, and he's taking full advantage of that. Man, he's stretched that thing out about 6 car lengths on Brander real quick.
Brander even got that little bit of nose damage on it. Doesn't seem to be bothering him. He's hanging right there with Berg about 0.3 of a second. And it's quite a ways back to Galen Gidman back here, 0.8 of a second behind the leader.
Harriman and Kenny Harris having a heck of a battle right there for about, what, 5th or 6th spot.
Yeah, this is...
behind them, they're 2 wide, 2 deep off of turn 4.
Yeah, this is some good racing going on back here in the pack.
Foley and Bo's trying to work their way back towards the front of this field there.
Bo's up to 7th. I think he might be even up a little further than that. No, he's up to 7th. Yep. All right. Foley in tow. And now they're closing up on Kenny Harris pretty quick. Perryman in 5th, Joe Roberts 4th. Those two been battling it here, and boy, Perryman, he may have found out what that loose condition was coming out of 2. He's got it figured out now because he's coming out of 2 pretty good now.
He definitely looked better on that particular lap. We'll see what he looks like the next time around, see if he's got it. It could have just been he had to be off the throttle because he was really tight up under Roberts' back bumper. He's got a challenge here from Harris. This is going to kind of change things a little bit for him.
Yeah, Harris has got a pretty good run that time. Going into turn 1, though, he's going to have to back out of it a little bit. Perryman kind of slides it down across the nose of him.
Perryman had to check up on the entry for Roberts, who was really off pace getting down in the corner.
Looking back from Perryman back, Alan Bowes.
Alan Bowes with a bold entry into turn 3 there.
Wow, man, did he drive that in there hard.
He was able to hold the position, even though Harris got a good run through the center of the corner.
All right, Perryman still in 5th. Now looking to the inside of Joe Roberts. But can't quite make it stick. He has just not been able to make that thing stick coming out of 1 and 2 at all, has he?
No, I think when the tires are pretty fresh, he's pretty strong through there, but as the tires start to get a little older, it starts to loosen up on him. And it could just be that he's getting too much throttle in it too soon. So hopefully he, as a driver, he'll adjust to that before we get to the next round of pit stops, and then he can throw another set of changes at it.
Well,
try to ease it up.
Jason Berg has led 35 laps when he crossed the line right now, and it looks like he has led the most so far.
Yeah, now he's in a class by himself out here. Before Bias had his incident, those were the two fastest cars in the room by far. Alan Bowes is looking inside of Joe Roberts. Just can't get that car to turn in right now. It was a good race right there for fifth place right there, fourth and fifth place between Bowes and Roberts. That was a good exchange between those two guys. They raced hard, kept it clean. Man, Bowes is just loose off of 2. That car's crazy loose off of 2.
Well, he seems to be able to handle it pretty good. Saves it about every time he comes out of there. And he is really wheeling that thing right now.
You said he's saving it every time. Eventually, he can't save it. It's just, it's not a question of if it's not going to get saved. It's a matter of when is it not going to get saved.
Well, Alan, you know, he started tonight, and he worked himself up there a little ways for a while, and kind of fell toward the back. And here he is back up here running in fourth. So, I mean, that's got to say a lot for his setup out here today. Oh, and he, man, barely keeps it off of the wall right there. Don't know how he's doing it.
Just sideways every time off of 2. He's just crazy sideways.
Running about 3 seconds behind our leader. Perryman right there behind him. Both starting to stretch that out away from Perryman a little bit.
Perryman had trouble in 3 and 4 because Roberts got a huge run on him.
Yeah, Joe's now going to get, looks like maybe going into turn 1. No, he's going to have to back out of it a little bit. Does fall back in behind Perryman. Perryman just, man, he is wheeling that thing just a little bit too strong for Joe to get a good run on.
Just not, Robert's just not able to get the line that he wants to get through the corner. And he's already got, challenge from behind from Foley and Worley. So he's protecting the back and trying to race the guy in the front. And that's just a lot to concentrate on.
Looking ahead here from Johnny Reed Foley's roof cam. Looking at Joe Roberts right ahead of him. I'll follow him around here just one lap and see if Johnny can maybe get a run on him. I did see him get a little bit of a run there. I think it was out of turn 4. He just can't do it out of 2.
Foley's under pressure from behind anyway, so all those guys are kind of in the same mode, protect and try to go forward at the same time, but eventually that's just too much to handle and you got to let the guy go behind you.
Foley drives it in hard in 3 and may have had it. Looks like he does get by Joe Roberts on the front stretch. And Foley moving up a spot.
Brought Worley with him too.
Getting settled into a little bit longer green flag run here. And while we got a quick minute here, Roger, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we will be right back in just a minute. All right, while we were away, there was a caution. Sorry about that, Roger. We are watching the caution here real close. It looks like Donald Stewart does get really loose coming out of turn 4 and just not able to save it. Man, he is going to take it up the hill, just missing Ross Cato. Holy smokes.
Yeah, close call for Cato.
Man, Cato just barely getting by him. All right, so Donald Stewart taking a lot of damage on that. Looks like maybe a little bit too much damage, Roger. Everybody coming down Parrott Road.
Yeah, we're getting closer to getting to the one stop. You know, no more stop race. And he was just so far down on the bottom he couldn't keep it in there. And Randall Drake, you know, he almost got into that too. So,
all right, everybody coming down Pit Road, but Paul Crumride. Paul going to stay out and lead a lap. Oh, great pit stops by these guys. Yes, sir. Paul Crumride staying out.
He's kept that car clean all night long, so
I'm
sure he wants to get up there and show it off just a little bit and get that point for that lap. Alan Bowes got out first. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job. 18 crew.
11-second pit stop. So my guess was probably a 2-tire change.
Well, I will get somebody checking on that right quick, and we will have an answer here in just a second to see if he did take 2. And my source tells me that would be correct. Right sides only. He does this. That team will gamble. That team likes to gamble a little and see. And we still got, 56 laps, 55 laps, whatever to go. So I think he's
We've still got somebody sitting on pit road there. Who's that sitting on pit road?
Donald Stewart.
Okay. Yep.
He's got a lot of damage to that car. He might sit there a while.
Yeah. Well, he's probably lucky. As hard as he hit, if that did not blow the motor, and they wouldn't be able to fix it. So he's probably really lucky. Paul Crumride got a little bit of damage on that on the right side. It looks like he has had a little tangle with the wall a couple times, maybe.
The wall is very unforgiving. I don't care where you race at. The wall's unforgiving.
That's for sure.
Doesn't make the car go faster when you hit the wall with it.
Well, taking a look here, I wanted to kind of take a look at the right side of his car. I can see some scrapes down the side, but I really don't see a whole lot of damage on the front fender, just like maybe that he
in the door mostly. It looks like maybe he got some contact with another car.
Yeah, that could be.
There's a message to be passed on to you here. It seems that 56 team feels you jinxed them.
Oh, thanks a lot, Donald, buddy, old pal. I would never do that. Oh, man.
We do have that jinx kind of thing that goes on every once in a while, where if we interview somebody, next thing you know, they're the caution.
I know it. I hate it. I hate it. Sorry,
That's the
Donald.
price of fame. If you want to be famous, there's a price to be paid.
There you go.
Paul Crumride headed for pit road.
All right, so that's going to put Alan Bowes up in the lead now.
First time tonight.
Yeah.
Bowes, Berg, Gidman, and Brandner still up there. Johnny Bowling. Christopher Perryman looks like he's going to be restarting 6th. Ken Worley, the lone web competition guy tonight, looking like he's running, you know, 7th or 8th there. He's been running strong all night long. Started moving forward on that last run until we got that caution. He had moved his way all the way up to about 7th place.
Very cool, very cool. Well, let's see what Alan can do out there with that 2-tire change, changing right sides only. Hopefully that can work out good for him, but I don't know. Jason Berg been fast all night. We might see a heck of a battle up here in the front.
Interested to know what this 2-tire change, what it is that he's searching for. He may have, maybe trying to loosen the car a little bit, which is my recollection off turn 2. He doesn't need to be any looser.
Right. Roger, I believe it's your turn to call this down, so I'm going to let you get it called down. We're going to ride along board here with Johnny Reed Foley and watch from his point of view what this is going to look like on this restart.
Pace car coming through 4, bringing us to begin lap number 69. Alan Bowes the leader. Jason Berg on his outside. Just looking for that car to make the hard left like it does right there. Bowes hits the gas and stretches away quickly. Gidman's going to follow in tow with him.
Berg didn't get as good a start that time.
That's what I was getting ready to say. He just did not get as good a start as he is accustomed to. And Gidman's got a great spot through here. Now, Berg can probably keep the momentum on the outside and maybe get that spot back coming off of 2 by holding Gidman down and not letting the throttle get all the way into it. They're going to drag race down the backstretch for sure.
Yes, sir. And it looks like Berg does take that. Foley in tow here in the 4th spot. Drives it into 3 pretty hard.
Trying to get clear of Brandner, which he's going to do right there, and that's going to leave the door open for Perryman to get inside of Brandner.
And looking ahead here from Ken Worley. Boy, he reels them 2 right in. Kind of has to get out of the gas a little bit. Not sure what was going to happen to Perryman on that.
I thought the 2 were going to come together on the exit of 2 right there, the Perryman and the Brandner cars.
Perryman, man, he drove it down that backstretch, man, like a ton. Now
Berg has the lead. He brought Gidman with him.
Brandner going to come on the inside of Perryman. Berg back up in the lead. Yes, he is. Good deal.
He brought Galen Gidman with him, and Gidman is trying to hang right there. Great run through the center of turn 2. Best run I've seen him have all night long.
All right, Berg back up front. Led 45 laps already tonight out of the 71 they've made. I should say 46 laps out of the 71. Man, he is really putting it down. Galen Gidman, I think Galen's pushing that car all he's got just to try to keep up with Berg. So I don't know what kind of horsepower Berg's running under that hood, but I'm telling you what, he has got a hot rod tonight.
Yeah, I missed this a little bit ago, but I went back to check it out because I noticed he was way back of the field, and Paul Crumrye has annihilated the left side of that car. He got loose off the board, hit the entrance to pit road, but kept it in the grass out there.
Oh, brother.
He is just traipsing it through the grass trying to limp it back to pit road now. He's way off pace.
All right, Berg right there with Gidman in tow. Alan Bowes going back to 7th place after that 2-tire change there, Roger. I think we're seeing it paying there for Alan Bowes. Not paying very good right now. He's back to 7th.
I think it's pain for him is what it's paying. I don't think that car's doing what he had hoped it would do on 2-tire.
No, and to hang with these guys getting 4. Looks like Crumrye coming down pit road now.
Yeah, he made that car get to pit road there, and I'm going to keep an eye on it to see if they're going to be able to fix that damage. I mean, that thing is tracking sideways bad. He hit the pit wall and knocked the rear end completely out of it. Be surprised if he doesn't take that behind the fence.
on pit road. Looks like he's doing a right side tire change, left side, and maybe going to sit there and try to get a little bit of that damage fixed up. I'm not sure.
We almost had a big one out of 4 right there. Perryman and Foley come together at the exit of turn 4. Foley's going backwards quick now. He was up there running 3rd. Now he's back to about 6th.
Christopher Perryman moves into 4th. Now setting his sights on Thomas Brandner in 3rd. But in the meantime, them guys up front are checking out on the field. Gidman and Berg. Gidman already about almost 7/10 of a second behind Berg. Berg just on a rail tonight. There ain't no doubt about it.
Just fast.
Crumry off of pit road, coming off pit road, so he's back in the race. No.
Good for that bunch.
Hey, I'm sorry. That's Donald Stewart back out on the
that's
track.
Donald Stewart.
Yeah. Oh, good. If he got that thing fixed up enough, he can drive it.
Crumry's still sitting on pit road right now.
Gidman now 8/10 of a second behind our leader. Thomas Brandner back here 2 seconds behind our leader. Christopher Perryman right there waiting to attack on Thomas Brandner and get that 3rd position away from him. Perryman's been pretty good all night. Been up in that top 5, and that's what it's going to take to get a top 5 finish. Stay there all night long.
So I think Ken Worley, and he came forward there for a few laps, and now all of a sudden he's dropped all the way back to 7th position. He's about to lose that to Joe Roberts right here.
Johnny Reed Foley up to 5th, and Alan Bowes, now he does move back into 6th. So maybe them 2 right fresh tires are starting to come in a little bit, and he's starting to get a little bit of bite coming off the turns now. Him and Foley starting to work their way back up toward the front. Took lap 78 this time by, and we're getting right after it now. These guys starting to put down some very good laps.
Yeah, we're getting spread out enough now that unless somebody has just a big mistake, we may not see another caution.
That was kind of a slow lap for Berg. I think he's kind of maybe taking his time with that car now. He's got such a lead, running about quite a bit of difference, almost a full second slower than his fastest lap here tonight. About 9/10 of a second slower. Led 53 laps so far. Galen Gidman in second.
Excuse me, Nathan Settle worked his way back into the top 10 with that car after that damage that he sustained there to the left side early in the race. Several trips to pit road.
Joe Roberts 8th, Ross Cato in 9th, and Nathan Sudlake, yes sir, crack in the top 10 after having that earlier problems. All right, Crumry still sitting on pit road. Donald Stewart back out there racing, about 10 laps down. And they are on lap 80 right now.
Foley and Bowes are about to be back embroiled in a battle here for the 6th position, 5th position.
Trying to hang on to Bowes. Bowes was behind him just a couple laps ago. Now he's up ahead of Foley.
And loose off of 2, like he has been all race.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, 80 laps in the books out of 125. So looking at about 45 to go as Foley closes right up on the bumper of Bowes. Well, let's ride along with Bowes here and check this out.
Meanwhile, Berg stinking it up, driving away from everybody.
Yeah, he's out there stinking the show up. But he's running good.
Yeah, that car's hooked up pretty well. He's pretty quick tonight.
Bo's got a little bit of rear damage on that rear spoiler on the right side. Doesn't seem to be affecting him a whole lot, though. He's sawing on that wheel coming out of the turns.
Still got the 8 car on pit road.
Christopher Perryman in fourth. Now he's kind of fell back from Thomas Brandner a little bit. Well, let's take a look here. He's about 9/10 of a second behind, 8/10 of a second. Well, he's closing the gap up a little bit in the turn right there, but probably 8 or 9/10 of a second behind Brandner now. We got a battle coming about here for second and third, Roger. Galen Gidman and Thomas Brandner. Brandner closing right up on Gidman pretty quick. And Gidman about 2.4 seconds behind our leader.
Looks like that car's going tight on him the longer it runs.
We could wind up with a good battle here for second, though.
And battle for fifth. Foley and Bose are going back at it again.
Go back and check on Randall Drake back here. Well, I don't know. I hate to lead these two because it looks like Brandner's got a pretty good run. And boy, look at that. Look at the run he got on Gidman to pass Gidman up. Holy smokes. What a run he had. Yeah, I wanted to go back and check on Randall Drake while them guys are battling back there. Randall back here in the 12th spot. Last one on the lead lap right now.
The battle in front of him's pretty good for 10th.
Yeah, great battle going on here. Nathan Sudlick, Ross Cato. It looks like
Nathan's right in there too.
Nathan's going to get by him. Kenny Harris trying to. Oh, he was a little loose that time going into 3. You see that? The rear end of that car wiggling?
Yeah, I think he got down for the left side tires on that first lane down there, and that just de-wedges the car. It really makes it turn, but sometimes it'll make it turn way too much.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen that a lot tonight. The guys coming off the 2, just catching that lower gray area, it's less than 1 lane up off the bottom. And you catch that lower gray area right there, and it does, man, it just makes you a ton loose. And Kenny Harris passes up Ross Cato. That's 4th position. Kenny Harris moves into 10th. All right, Joe Roberts running.
Drake off the pace.
Oh, what happened?
He's been on pit road. That's why he was on pit road.
Okay.
I didn't see him head for pit road, so he has got his car set. He's probably done pitting for the night.
Johnny Reed Foley now back up to 5th as he got by Alan Bose and starting to pull away just a little bit. But we've still got a great battle up here for second and third. Thomas Brandner, Galen Gidman, man, them two have been battling it out for quite a few laps now. This is great racing. And Thomas Brandner running about 3 seconds behind our leader, Jason Berg.
Yeah, Berg is just still driving away. He's clicking laps that are a 10th or 2 a second quicker than second place.
Yeah, he's in another zip code right now, no doubt.
Man, that car's hooked up.
I don't know. I think we ought to pull that in there after the race and strip that down. I think he's got some kind of... he's got a tire hacker going on that.
I'd definitely like to see that setup, see how he can run that fast that long. That car's just flying right now.
Oh, yeah. He is hooked up. Well, hopefully if he gets that thing into victory lane, we're going to have to maybe see if he'll share a little secret with us there. What? Maybe it was just the line he's driving. Concentration definitely is a plus here. Let's see, he is...
He's so far ahead, I can't get the other guys on any of the other 2 screens in my triple screen.
even see him in TeamSpeak. Do you?
3.3 seconds at the line.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
I don't know. Don't look now necessarily, but Perryman, Reed, and Bose, I think, are catching up to Gidman and Brandner.
No, who was that that just went off? Gidman.
Thomas Brandner.
Brandner.
Really loose off the 2 there. He was loose a couple laps ago, and I didn't think too much of it.
He's going to go back. He lost a couple positions on that one. Gidman got by him. So did Perryman and Johnny Reed Foley. Now Alan Bose looking to get by him.
Well, he just made probably the save of the night right there. Man, that car could have really went sideways, and he kept that thing underneath him and dropped her back to 5th. Now he's going to be 6th, but that was a great save. He could have wrecked that car pretty easy. He's just really loose off that exit at 2, and it's really hurting that car getting that straightaway. He's having to chase it, and you can only do that so many times before the car gets the best of it.
Yeah, it definitely just wears on them right side tires like crazy.
Yeah, it really stresses out that right rear tire when you're doing that lap after lap. This puts Gale and Gidman in a little bit of jeopardy here, because now you've got Perryman and Foley that are kind of drafting together here, running in line, trying to catch up, and they're going to catch a single car. I mean, it's only 1.4 seconds, and they are going to catch a single car eventually.
Perryman about, let's see, what's he, about 1.1 seconds behind Gidman. Gidman right where he wants to be, though. Remember I told you at the beginning of the race, this is the way he likes to race. And look for him to be there at the end. But he's got a long ways to go to catch up to Berg. Berg got there 4.3 seconds in another zip code. I think he's on the next track that they're going to run next week.
That's a single car that you're not going to catch. So.
And he is just lightning fast out here today.
He's 2 tenths quicker than second place. He's just gone. There's nobody's catching him unless he screws up. There's nobody catching him.
Yeah. We are going to have to see him come down pit road one more time though, because he can't make it the rest of the way.
And that could change it if he makes that mistake and speeds on pit road, or slides getting in, or loses control, speed's coming out, spins out on the apron coming out, something like that. Otherwise, he's just too fast. Way too fast tonight.
Let's take a look at the fastest lap out here. Jason Berg does have the fastest lap tonight with a 37.954. Cody Bias had the second fastest. Gidman's the third fastest.
Johnny Foley just took third spot away from Christopher Perryman in turn 2. But Brandner's caught back up to Perryman. Past Bose, and now he's catching Perryman. And he'll be on his bumper by the time they get to turn 1 right here.
He's closing on him. And who's that right behind it? Alan Bose hanging right there in his toe too. So them 3 nose to tail, now trying to catch up to Foley. Foley moving into 3rd. Holy smokes, turning up the heat. 6.2 seconds behind our leader.
Foley's just, he's pedaling as fast as he can pedal, but Brandner's coming.
Christopher Perryman gets passed up there by Thomas Brandner. And now Alan Bose looking to drive on by him as well. Well, let's ride along with Perryman.
But Joe Roberts has had a major issue here.
Oh, caution is out.
Yeah, Joe Roberts wrecked coming.
Oh, did he ever hit hard? Whoa.
I don't know. Oh, what happened? Oh, it bounced on the straightaway there. He hit them big bumps, and he hit that inside wall at the end of pit road and just died right there. That car just spun all the way. At least he got it out from in front of Sedlick and that bunch. But yeah, he hit the bumps right there at the start-finish line. Just upset that car.
Go back and take a look at Joe and watch him coming out of turn 4 here. Okay, it must not have been here that that happened.
Yeah, that car's done. They're going to hook it back to the Right to the infield.
Oh, I don't know, man. He just all of a sudden hooked left for no reason.
Yeah, when it hit those bumps right there on the front stretch, it just bounced and took a big left turn.
Holy smokes! Looks like he has blown his motor too. So, man, we're seeing a lot of motors blowing here tonight.
Yeah, we are. Ross Cato should be our lucky dog car. Well, unfortunate for Randall Drake. He went and did that short pit thinking that maybe he could get something out of those tires and pick up a few spots before the end, because he didn't have to pit again. He's trapped a lap down here.
Well, let's see. Everybody going to come down pit road? Berg brings them down pit road. Everybody hitting it. It should be the last pit stop of the night.
Yeah, less than 30 to go here.
Let's see who's going to beat who off of pit road this time. Oh, and Brander, man, he slides through his pits. But he was still in it enough. Holy smokes, Berg off first. And Berg only taking 2 tires.
Interesting choice there. That car's been so bad, I don't know how much it's been bad.
So Berg out first. We got a couple lap cars up ahead of him that are going to have to they'll probably get the wave by. Looks like Donald Stewart and Paul Crumry both going to get a wave by up ahead of Randall Drake as well. I think I would have stayed out too. That should put Randall Drake back on the lead lap. So that'll make 11.
Update from pit road. A glitch of some type, maybe. The 86 car takes no tires.
Okay.
He's going to have to pit again.
Well, looks like he's coming down pit road now. Yep. And I believe you were right. He may not have wanted to take tires and didn't. Something there, maybe he had something unchecked or...
Well, he had set up for the final stop was just really going to be, short splash of fuel, no tires, and get back on the track. And when the caution came out, forgot to reset and went in, took fuel, and he didn't even fill the car all the way up, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Well, right side tires on, left side tires on. So 4-tire pit change for our leader, and that's going to put Thomas Brander up in the lead now.
Well, now the 86 is going to have to work through some traffic, so we'll see how that goes for him.
Absolutely. This could prove to be interesting. He's going to be starting way back in the field, about 10th in the field. Looks like Joe Roberts is taking his car behind pit road. Donald Stewart up to 13th. Paul Crumry still sitting on pit road trying to get that damage fixed up, showing him in 14th position. Looks like he's off pit road now. Finally off pit road, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, had some shuffling on pit road this time, but Ross Cato was the lucky dog. He's been around and gotten himself his pit stop made now, so he's back on equal footing with all these guys.
And Randall Drake still has not gotten his wave by yet, which he will here in just a minute. And that'll put him at the tail end of the lead lap, but he is not going to be able to pit, Roger.
Thomas.
That means he'll have to pit under green.
Thomas Brander going to have 25 laps to go. I mean, right now, this kind of his race to lose. He's been the second fastest car out there. Bird gonna restart. Right? He's had a really fast car. I mean, he's gonna have to use some of it up to get through the traffic. We'll see if he's got anything once he clears all the traffic. But the best thing that Brander and Gidman can do is try to get as far away as quickly as they can and try to settle in and ride once they get a gap from the third place car. Ken Worley up here in fourth place right now.
Yeah, it's good to see him up there. Christopher Perryman going to be fifth, I believe, or some sixth or something.
Alan Bowe's fifth and Perryman sixth.
Okay.
Sedlick moved his way up to seventh.
Yeah, this could be good. This could be interesting. Sedlick's been pretty fast all night. Now he's caught back up to the leaders, and he's going to be starting ahead, just ahead of Berg.
Well, we'll see what kind of patience Berg has. 25 laps here is forever long, so we'll see what the patience level is with Berg. If he gets a little giddy and tries to make up all that distance in one shot, it can end pretty badly for him.
Well, we'll get this thing started and talk about it. Go ahead, Roger.
Base car is off. Brandner hits it. Gidman with him. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Going to have 25 to go this time to finish this race up. Ooh, Foley threw a little block there on Bose.
Yeah, and great start by them guys. Gidman trying to hang with Brandner now. And I'm kind of looking for Gidman to get up there and be challenging Brandner here in the next lap or two. Foley looking to
Foley's
the inside.
Race him too. 3 wide going into turn 3 back here. Bird
right up the middle.
It up in there. Yep.
He makes that good clean pass on them guys right up the middle like that. So very good.
Foley not getting a good run on the exit of 3 and 4 there. He's going to lose a couple spots.
Yeah, Gidman gets by him. Bose is going by him now. So Foley dropping back a couple positions right there in one line. Berg right on their tail. Look at where Berg's at. Oh, who we got off the pace back there?
Kenny Harris.
Kenny Harris.
That's a break for Berg.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. Let's go back and see what happened to Kenny.
He's trying to keep it off of Sedlick and kept it down low and kept the throttle in, and it just snapped on it.
Didn't hit anything, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, nope, did not hit anything.
Yeah, right there, he started to break loose, but you know, he did a good job of keeping that away from Sedlick. Sedlick was right there on the outside. That could have been very bad for Sedlick right there. He could have been tangled up in a heck of a wreck.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't need to be in another wreck.
No. All right, so Kenny Harris spinning it around, bringing out the caution. That's going to put him back a couple of places, but great piece of driving, keeping it away from everybody. Okay, I don't think we're going to see anybody come down pit road this time, Roger. I think everybody's pretty much done with their pit stops.
Bids are made. They're going to lay in them now. Unless we get a caution with about 10 to go, and then they may do something.
Foley nope, looked like Foley was Christopher Perryman coming down pit road.
That was a pretty good fake. He got 1 or 2 to bite and got himself back out. Worley was right in his tire tracks. Well, let's see if we get one more interview before the race ends here.
All right, who you want to talk to?
I think I'm going to go down here and talk to Thomas Brandner. See if he thinks he can hold on to this thing.
All right, let me open the channel for you there, buddy. Okay, you got it.
You got a copy.
Yeah, Roger, go ahead.
Well, man, all night long that car looked like it's been in pretty good position. It's been pretty quick all night long. You got the lead now. Kind of a fortunate break there. Unfortunate for Bird. He's really kind of been the class of the field all night.
you're going to have about 20 laps when we get restarted here, man. You going to be able to hold that guy off, or have you been saving and we haven't seen everything you've had?
Well, you've probably seen pretty much everything I've got, and if you look behind me like I'm doing right now in my mirror, I'm looking at Galen, I'm looking at Bose, I see a Foley back there, a Worley, and a Berg, and I know every single one of them are just quick, and it's just going to come down to consistency and, you know, let the best man win. It's going to be a heck of a show here.
Well, like I said, it looks like your car's been, looks like the guys are playing a little mirror game with you now. It's been kind of an up and down ride. I mean, you slid back a few times, and then you raced your way back up there. I thought maybe you might have been holding back on us, and when you tried to show it, maybe she just got a little loose on you. But I was more interested. Do you think if he makes the run through the field, can you hold off the 86 car tonight?
It's going to be interesting. Whenever I've had a chance to clear the early traffic and get a restart with him, we've kind of ran about the same lap times. He does slowly get a 10th here and a 10th there, but not much. So, it's unfortunate. I don't know what happened with his pit stop, that he has to battle it back through there, but he's definitely got the car to do it, and I'll definitely be keeping an eye on my relative to see where he's at.
All right, man. Good luck to you, and hopefully here at the end of the race we'll get a hand you a checker flag, buddy. Take care.
Yeah, 10-4. Can you, real quick, Roger, can you give Bose a penalty of some sort, man? He is all over the place here.
Man, I got the admin duties on another league on another night, and I look for that guy in the 94 car when I'm going to do that stuff. So, Bose and I got no issues tonight, man.
Yeah, watch Galen now. He's got a quick car, too. But I appreciate you guys doing this tonight.
All about. All right, going to cross the line here with 20 to go. It looks like they're going to get the green with 19 laps to go, Roger.
And it would be real close to 20. I mean, it's just going to come down to the closer to the front you get, the faster the cars are, and it's going to be a little harder for Berg, but it looks like he's actually got really good runs still through 3 and 4, and that's where he's catching a lot of these guys. So we'll see how long it takes him to clear, and the 3 hardest cars he's going to have to pass are the 3 guys at the front right now, I think, and we'll see if anybody else back here in this top 5 maybe has been holding back just a little bit, trying to save for this very end, and see if they can't make it even that much more difficult on him.
Yeah, Worley, Foley, those guys have been pretty hot tonight too, so he's got more than just 3 guys to get by. He's got 5 to get by here tonight, so hopefully he can keep that thing. The only thing I can see that may prevent that is he's got cars that he's going to have to deal with instead of being out there in clean air like he's been all night, and he's going to have to run in dirty air now, as we call it, in the draft of somebody. Worry about them going to maybe spinning out in front of you or anything like that. So going to be a little bit of a change up here for him, but he's going to, hopefully he can pick off one at a time in this next 19 laps to go. Well, Roger, I think it's my turn here, so hopefully we'll get this thing back underway, and maybe we'll see a green flag finish. That would be really awesome, wouldn't it?
These last 18, 19 laps here green, and see what happens in this thing.
Galen Gidman's been pretty fast on these restarts, so let's see how well he can hang with Brandner. Is a pace car getting ready to duck off. Green flag flies here. Pace. Oh, we got one into the wall. Ross Cato into the wall. That's going to bring the caution out again. Well, let's go back and see what happened to Ross. Not sure exactly. Well, that looked pretty bad. He just turned right into the wall.
He got turned. He got hit. Perryman run up there, and when they kind of slowed that inside line up, Perryman kind of timed it up, saw the leaders going, timed it up, and he got in the back of the 12 car and just turned him and put him right into Kenny Harrison in the outside wall right there.
Yeah.
And Randall Drake coming back across.
Watching right here now. Yeah, Perryman just plowed into the back of him. That's going to have some damage on Perryman's car. Boy, and he comes up the hill. Holy smokes. Perryman's got a ton of damage on that thing. Randall Drake getting into Ross as well. So, man, them two going out across the grass for a heck of a ride.
Yeah, Kenny Harris kind of took the brunt of that because that really killed his car to the inside wall.
Everybody trying to get caught up here to the field.
Man.
That's unfortunate. Just a little bit too quick on the gas there for Christopher Perryman.
I think the Harris car has got enough damage. I don't think they're going to bring it back on the track.
Looking here, well, looks like maybe Ross Cato may have taken his car back. Nope, he's still sitting on Pate Road. Going to try to get that fixed up, but I don't know. Awful lot of damage on that car.
Unfortunate.
Awful lot of damage. Trying to get some of that fixed up and get it back out there, but boy, I don't know. He definitely is not going to be fast, I can assure you. Looks like Christopher Perryman is on Pate Road now.
Yeah, he's got enough nose damage in that car.
That's probably going to pretty much about do his night in for winning. He's going to have to get some of that damage fixed up too, so... Nathan Sedlick on Pate Road as well. Alright, let's get back up here to our leader, Thomas Brandner. And Galen Gidman going to be starting second. Looks like Alan Bowe's third, and Foley going to be starting fourth. Berg now up to fifth. So he's picking off one at a time up here.
Yeah.
Roger.
And as the field thins, unless we get tire spin, the probability of another caution kind of goes away, so the laps won't click off. So he'll have a chance to go up there and race for this under green.
Absolutely.
Going to be down to less than 15, maybe 14 laps to go when we get the green next time.
Yeah.
And that's still a long time. It's a lot of laps. It's a lot of distance to cover here, but when you get inside 10 laps, it's just those guys really race harder and harder, and it makes it harder and harder to pass. They're not as free to give up spots, so it's going to get more difficult. You're keeping me up too late. I'm going to miss my golf game in the morning.
Uh-oh. Well, this is caution number 8, Roger, and we've had 11 lead changes. I mean, that's pretty amazing for the Gen 6 here at Michigan. It's a handful. But looking real quick here, I wanted to see what we've had. Let's see, Zachary Chahalis led a lap. Cody Bias led 12 laps. Paul Crumrise led a lap. Galen Gidman's led a lap. Alan Bowes has led 3 laps. Thomas Brander now has led 19. And Jason Berg has led 72 laps here tonight.
Yeah, he'll get the point for the most.
Definitely. I don't think anybody's going to be able to touch that.
Well, that's more than half the race, so no one can touch that.
That was 16.
But there's only one lap that pays right now, and that's lap 125. We'll have to see who's going to get the lead in here just short.
We'll have to see if Berg's got enough to get up there. You're going to be restarting 5th, so see if he's got enough to get back up here and challenge our leader. Thomas Brander has been pretty strong up there, but Galen Gidman's just as strong.
Yeah, these 4 cars in front of him are the strongest guys to race with. So they're left in the field, so they're going to be the guys that are going to be the hardest for him to pass.
So you're playing golf tomorrow?
Supposed to play golf in the morning.
I'm jealous.
Well, it's going to be about 42 degrees when we tee off. It's supposed to jump up to about 76 by the time we're wrapping it up. So
you start out in a sweatshirt and
a pair of shorts. Yeah.
And be sweating to death.
And I'd still be smiling.
That's right. Roger, I think it's your turn to call this down, and hopefully for the last time today.
Yeah. Yeah, we keep saying that, don't we?
Yeah.
"14 laps when we take the green."
Yes, sir.
Feeling that we'll be able to probably run this out. I don't foresee any more issues tonight.
Well, as hard as these guys are going to be pushing it, I don't know. We could see somebody slip up or something in a turn, maybe, but I hope not.
Still got 9 cars out here. And I believe all of them on the lead lap except for 10 cars. All of them except for Donald Stewart on the lead lap.
And Paul Crumright.
Oh, is Crumright back on track? I didn't notice that he was back on track.
Yep. Kenny Harris is out. Joe Roberts is out. Ross Cato's still sitting on pit road. I believe he is. Yeah, he's still sitting on pit road. All right, Roger. Getting ready.
Here we go. Thomas Branner and Galen Gidman to bring us around here to start lap 112. Pace car hits pit road. Branner hits the gas and we're back underway. Green flag's in the air. Foley got a good run on Gidman. Berg really missed a start on this. So he's going to have some distance to make up just to get back in this, getting into turns 1 and 2. Bose down there on that bottom. Man, that car just doesn't work that good down there for him. Berg really forced the issue getting into 3 and pushed Bose up the hill. He's going to come off 3rd right here.
Boy, Brandon really starting to stretch it out a little bit, but Foley really putting the pressure to him now.
Foley's cranking it up now.
Yes, he is.
Man, Berg gets such a good run from the center of every corner out. He makes up so much distance down these straightaways.
Yeah, Foley knows Berg's right there, and he wants to stay ahead of him at all costs. So we're gonna have to see. Berg now dives it down to the bottom, and it looks like coming down the front stretch, he may have a run on Foley.
Yeah, Foley overdrove that entry into 3 and washed up the hill, and that opened the door for Berg. And you can't give him the bottom, especially at the center of the corner, because he's just going to go right by you.
And he does get by Foley coming out of turn 2. Rolls into 2nd, so here he is now, come from 5th on that restart, running in 2nd, now putting the pressure on our leader.
Ooh. Got a little block going on there.
Boy,
did a good job on it. I mean, none of them ragged, but coming to get the 11 to go mark here. The battle right now is for 3rd.
Yeah, Alan Bose up on the inside of Foley to take that 3rd spot away from Foley.
Keeping Gidman in the mix. They're 5th. He's looking at these two. They're going to be 3 wide down here, turn 3. Gidman decided to give it up.
Bose gets a heck of a run, drove it in there hard, and Foley hit the wall.
Berg's got the run coming off of 4. Brander has pretty much no chance. He's got to give the inside up here.
Yep. Berg for the lead. He wants this win badly, and he deserves it. He's been the class of the field out there tonight, not taking anything away from Brander, because Brander's been awesome too. But boy, nobody's
nobody getting a run on the center of the corner like that 86 car.
Man, he is just freaking flat out. Just, man.
He's hooked up pretty good.
Yeah.
He does a good job of getting it in there and getting it to set, and then he goes back to the gas so much sooner than everyone else.
He does take over the 1st spot now. 9 laps to go when they cross the line.
Bose and Foley still battling for the 3rd spot here. And Gidman, needs an opening. I think he's quicker than these two. He just can't. He's got to find the right opening to get around.
Yeah, he don't know whether to go behind Bose or Foley here. Foley does get by Bose, but boy, was he ever squirrely loose
Bose
coming.
wiggled. Trying to stay off of Foley, and that's just going to keep these three bottled up and not getting him the opportunity that he needed to get a run.
Foley right up through the middle. They're not getting him, trying to, boy, almost going three wide. Foley and Bose almost getting together.
We are three wide down the front stretch, and
wow.
Worley is pushing, not knowing which lane to be in.
Three wide into the turn. Look at this. This is amazing racing right here. This is IWCR right here, guys. Getting him.
That's going to move him all the way back to 6th.
Oh, man. Very unfortunate for him. But, boy, we still got a side-by-side battle going on here between Foley and Bose. Neither one of them wanting to give a square inch of real estate to the other one.
Foley's got him clear to here and just needs to get a good run down the front stretch, but Bose is going to pull him behind and get that out, and he's getting a push from the 37.
Foley coming up the hill to cross the nose over of Bose. Bose gets underneath them now. This is the battle of the race right here, folks. Man, I'm telling you what, this is
Foley's
unbelievable.
Into the wall a little bit. That's going to break his momentum, and Ken Worley's going to be able to get there.
Worley coming up on the inside of him, and it looks like he may have him going into 3, but Foley fighting back hard on that outside, takes it way up the hill and is going to lose that position. So Foley going backwards, back to what, 5th?
5th.
Man, Worley up to 4th. 6 laps to go. We got to get up here on our leaders. We've got a pretty good battle here. Brander's still hanging in there with Berg. And Berg just a little bit loose coming off of 2 that time. First time I've seen him a little bit loose, Roger.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten loose too many times.
I think he's just pushing that car harder than he's pushed it all night long. I wanted to take a look here and see. He's within about 7/10 of a second from his fastest lap here tonight. 0.8 of a second, so he is losing a little bit of speed, but he might be just kind of playing with that throttle right now, knowing that they're under 5 to go. He's got a little bit of a lead on Brander, no sense of pushing that car so hard that he does get it loose, and if it breaks loose and he hits a wall, he's done. And that would hurt him really bad tonight, especially after leading 77 laps here tonight.
And he's missed enough of the weeks that he's not racing for the points title. He's just racing to get these wins, and so he's going to run it really hard, just trying to pick up the wins. Got 4 laps to go right now.
All right, Brander's still keeping the pressure on him. These guys have pulled away from 3rd place. 3rd place back here, 2.5 seconds behind him. Alan Bose leading that back field round. Oh, we got. Man.
Kidman and Foley in a little bit of a rubbing contest there.
Wow.
Kidman really loose.
Foley and
Berg's starting to get away now. He's pulled out another 3 or 4 car lengths on Brander.
Let's get up here on our leader because we're going to watch him till he takes the checkered flag. If he can hold it up together here for 2 more laps when they cross the line, 2 more to go. Been a good race, Roger. Got to admit, man, this has been really
a pretty good race.
We've had 8.
Unfortunate that a lot of these cars got out just because of silly mistakes, but it's been a really good race. The racing's been really good when we're under green.
We've had 8 cautions, but really, considering 125 laps with this monster of a car on this track, I don't think we can really complain about it.
I like this car here. This car is actually entertaining to drive here.
We're going to get down here really close, and 1 more lap to go when they come by. Jason Berg going to bring them to the line, get the white flag. Thomas Brander making one last-ditch effort to try to reel in our leader. I just don't think he's got enough to get up there with Berg. Berg's just been the class of the field tonight, Roger.
Yeah, he's had the fastest car all night, and there's no doubt that that car was a car to beat.
White flag is out. Berg gonna bring him around here. Down the back stretch. Brandner back there quite a little ways behind him. And let's see what, don't look like he's got anything to get up there with Berg, but boy, he closed the gap up a little bit that time. All right, coming out of turn 4. Jason Berg bringing it across the line and winning here at Michigan tonight. 125 laps, and he led 82 laps here tonight, Roger. What a racer, I'm telling you. Congratulations to Jason Berg here.
Yeah, that's having too dominant a car at Michigan. You lead that many of the over 2/3 of the laps.
What a race! I got to say, man, what a race.
Brandner second, Bowers third, Ken Worley, and Johnny Reed Foley rounding out the top 5.
Well, we're going to have to talk to Jason out on the track, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get out here, get a word in with him. Oops. Let me know when it's clear, and I'll open a mic, Roger. I'll let you take Thomas Brandner, your teammate.
He's not my teammate. He's my buddy, Bill.
Okay.
Get him right now. Go ahead and grab him.
Jason Berg, this is Rudy Cummings up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do, Rudy. Go ahead.
Buddy, you got to be just jumping on clouds right now, man. That was an amazing race that you ran tonight. Class of the field, fastest car out on the track. Tell us about your car and what you did to get that thing such good runs off the turn.
Well, first off, I got to thank Cody Bias and the guys at CBR for the setup. It was awesome. Just had to make a couple little tweaks to get it to where to drive better for my feel, I should say. But yeah, it was awesome. That last restart there, I was a little bit nervous. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it. Had a little trouble on pit road to get the tires, so I had to come back in, but happy to grab the win.
Well, it looked pretty amazing from our view up here in the booth. You got back there and you were in about 7th or 8th. Looked like your pit stop got a little messed up. Can you tell us what happened on that pit stop?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I could have sworn the last time I looked at my tire screen, I had all my tires checked. Maybe I didn't, and that was my fault. I have no idea, really. So luckily we still had, I don't think we'd even gotten 2 to green, so I just came back down, got tires, and then restarted 9th. Managed to get a good jump on that one, and there was a wreck immediately. So I had already made up a couple spots, and then from there on out, I knew Thomas had been pretty fast, and Alan was working on his car too. All those guys up front, Galen, Johnny, Alan, Thomas, they were all going to be quick, so I had my work cut out for me for sure.
Oh, you sure did, Jason. I mean, but you put on a heck of a show out here. You started even pulling away from Thomas Brandner.
Can you guys take me out of this room, because I get a bad echo?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why or how, really. Maybe he tagged the wall a little bit or something, or maybe I just had a little bit more on the longer run than he did. Because I knew if it came down to a quick sprint, he might actually get me, because my car didn't come in until, 10 laps or so into the run. That's when it really starts to go. So that little bit of green flag run we got at the end there was definitely what I needed. Otherwise, I don't think I would have got him.
All right, Jason. Well, thanks for talking with us. And again, congratulations on your win here tonight. Like I said, you led 82 laps here tonight, so definitely the class of the field. The car out there, everybody was chasing and just couldn't catch. But great job and congratulations there, Jason. Yeah,
thanks, Rudy. Again, just want to thank Cody Bias and all the guys at CBR. They make awesome setups, and can't thank him enough. And it's unfortunate he didn't get to finish the race there, so hopefully next week.
All right, Jason, thanks a lot. All right, Roger, you got Thomas?
Thank you.
I do. Thomas Brandner, are you here?
Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
Well, man, you just didn't quite have enough to hold him off there at the end. I saw you throw kind of a little block on him, and I thought maybe that was just a little bit too early. I thought maybe he was going to set you up anyway. But man, you had a great run. You still bring her home second. How pleased are you with just at least finishing with all 4 wheels on the ground in second place tonight?
No, I'm excited. I'm extremely excited. Another good finish. These guys at FFR, this is only my second race with them, and a third and second. You can't complain. When you have a car that's this good, you want to win so bad. But congratulations goes out to Jason Berg. He just was tremendous tonight. That car was a little bit better than everybody, and I knew that. And I was actually hoping on, with that yellow flag that came out with about 25 to go, I was hoping that would go green from there on, because I knew he was back in 11th, and getting through traffic was a little tough. But he caught some cautions, and then when I saw him get behind me, I knew he was a little bit better. But I tried to hang on, and but the best car won tonight, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, it was. He was able to beat everybody from the center of the corner out. That car was just hooked up. He was able to put the throttle down before everybody else. But man, you and your teammates, Galen ran good. Nathan, a little unfortunate incident early, but he ends up coming back and getting an 8th place finish. So fast forward, actually 3 cars to the top 10. That's got to be really exciting for the whole team, and you to bring it home second tonight, man. That's a testament to how much time you guys put in and how good a racers you guys are. And my hat's off to you, and congratulations. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, well, first, I thought 1 and 2, me and him were about the same, but if you watch the broadcast, and of course I'm going to go back and watch it, 3 and 4, he ate everybody up all night. Through the middle and off of 4, I just couldn't get my car to stick, and he could. So, again, congratulations to Jason, man, well deserved. First and foremost, FFR, again, these guys, there's a reason I joined this team, and it's because the quality of cars they can put out on the track with the quality of drivers we have, and that's why you see us run so well. We qualified 1, 2, 3 tonight, finished all in the top. I know me and Galen, I don't know where Nathan ended up, but just a great job by everybody. I want to thank my family always, and the Ultimate Body Shop in Kinston, David Wiggins, and all them guys that helped me on Saturdays. So thanks to you guys up in the booth, man. Another great race. On to next week.
All right, thank you, Thomas. Rudy, you have Alan Bowes?
Yeah, Alan, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Oh, great run out there tonight, Alan. We watched you a lot. You kind of got back in the field a little ways there a couple times, battled your way back up, but everybody was having some trouble coming off of turn 2. You as well. We've seen the back end of that car come out more than it didn't coming off of 2. But tell us about your race tonight. And again, before I go any further, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. Great job.
Thank you. I definitely have to say this 3rd place finish probably feels like a W, because I jumped into this race with almost nothing. I was using an Auto Club setup, and it worked out decently. But I had to make so many changes to that car. It was looser, tighter, up or down in the left side tire pressures, or right side tire pressures. I was messing with the right rear spring offset a bunch. I had to take the tape down a little bit because I ran too much for that first run. So I was lucky that we got a caution within the first 20 laps. I got to thank Houston because he came in here and he raced with me for a little bit, and he unfortunately wasn't able to finish the race, but he definitely helped out a lot because he told me to run the Auto Club setup and he shared it to me. So it was fun. I will say that much. It was definitely a fun race, but nobody could touch Jason tonight. He was the dominator. You couldn't do anything to get to him.
Yeah, he definitely, man, he just powered around that track with ease tonight. It just looked like he was on a Sunday cruise, But Alan, you ran really well tonight. You're taking 3rd spot, and it looked like a lot of fun out there. You and Foley kind of battling back and forth, and you and Galen Gidman battling back and forth. And it looked like it just looked like a blast out there that you guys were having. Had a couple extra cautions, and it just seemed like every one it was somebody slipping out of turn 2. Was that the worst turn on the track for you?
Yes, I was having a lot of trouble with turn 2 tonight. It was loose for me to begin the race, and then I made a chain. I don't know what I did to it to make it feel like that, but eventually it got too tight off of turn 2. So I went from one extreme to the other, and I really wish I would have been able to hit something in between. And then 3 and 4, I don't know how Jason was able to do it, but he rotated through the center better than anybody else. I tried to follow his line, I couldn't do it. So congrats to Jason. I'll try to get him next week.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Alan, and good luck on your road to pro. I wanted to make sure I got that out there for you. But anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yep, I got to thank Houston Hamer for coming in here. Ryan Wells tried to run a little bit. He didn't make it too far, but he still made an effort. I know I have a couple teammates, Brandon Williams and Sam Adams, that were watching the race, so I had to give a shout out to them. And that's pretty much it.
All right, Alan. Good luck and good luck on your road to pro. And again, congratulations on finishing 3rd here tonight. And thanks for talking with us, buddy.
Yep, thanks, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get down here, Roger, and go through the stats real quick. I did want to mention again that Jason did lead the most laps here tonight with 82, and he led the most important one, the very last one. But let's go down through the stats real quick. I wanted to run over 8 cautions tonight, 12 different lead changes, so that was very good on the stats. And let's go down through the results real quick here. Jason Berg, of course, winning here tonight. Thomas Brander in 2nd. Alan Bowes 3rd. Ken Worley 4th. Johnny Reed Foley finishing in the 5th spot. Galen Gidman 6th. Christopher Perryman 7th. Nathan Sedlick 8th. Randall Drake 9th. And Donald Stewart 10th, Roger.
Ross Cato came home 11th. Paul Crumrye 12th. Kenny Harris 13th. Joe Roberts 14th. 15th position was David Butterworth. 16th, John Spisak. Cody Bias in 17th. Zach Miller in 18th. Zachary Zahalis in 19th. And Houston Hamer in 20th, Rudy.
All right, Brian Wilderson finishing 21st. John Verga 22nd. And Ryan Wells finishing 23rd. All right, well, Roger, anything you want to throw out there to sum up the race here tonight?
You know, it was a good race. When the racing was under green flags, it was excellent. Turn 2 was a monster, just kind of like we thought it would be. That hump coming out of there, just making cars loose, and you know, some of the guys were able to hang on all night long. Some of the guys weren't. Tonight's event really doesn't shake the points up a whole lot. I mean, with Schweikert being gone, obviously he isn't going to hold on 2nd place, but Gidman is going to hold the top spot, and then Foley and Worley are going to come out of here in 2nd, tied for 2nd. Schweikert's going to drop to 4th, and it looks like Thomas Brander's going to end up coming out of here 5th after tonight's race. So, you know, a little bit of shake-up in the points. The top spot stayed the same, but there's still a few races to go, and these guys are putting on great shows every week. And you know, Gidman right now, he's the man that you got to beat him to win the championship. So we'll look forward to the rest of the season with these guys, and I'm having a blast doing this with you here on Friday nights. These guys are great to watch.
Yeah, they definitely put on a heck of a show, and I look forward to it each and every week to do IWCR racing here. I'm going to try to make it in tomorrow to run the race with them, and tomorrow they run the truck races. I'm not sure what track, but I'm
Indy.
Indy? Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be Indy in the truck. I ran with them last night at a homestead. Had about 39 trucks, and I think I qualified 3rd, and ran there for a long time, and we got through some pit stops, and then, I don't know, like a flip of a switch, and everybody kind of started getting a little aggressive, and I ended up dropping back a ways and getting turned, and so I ended up leaving the server pretty early. But it looked like there was a good group of guys in there for the most part, and they ended up telling me today they did have a pretty good race towards the end of the race.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up here tonight for IWCR Gen 6 at Michigan. Congratulations there to our winner, Jason Berg. And we will see you tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll be here racing with these guys. So catch you then.